What is going on, guys? Chase here in Aftershock videos, and today we are looking at the Beetrooper deck. Now, I know this is a little later than most deck profiles have been updated, but figured I'd give this one a crack. I seen they are super good mixed in with the Battle Wasps. There's all kinds of special summoning all over the place, and that is my kind of deck. And I know most of these have come out in, I believe, Dawn of Majesty, and then they have more support, I believe, in Burst of Destiny. So let's go ahead and go by the card by card. We have Heavy Beetrooper Mighty Neptune. This one cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summon from the hand by shuffling 3 of your banished monsters into the main deck, which works really well with Beetrooper Armorhorn. And then at the end phase, you can target one other insect monster you control, and it gains 1,000 attack. That is a lot. And that is just fine. So we have 2 of those. We got 1 Doomdozer, of course. It is the BLS of insects. We have 2 Beetrooper Sting Lancer. During the main phase quick effect, you can target 1 insect in your graveyard and 1 in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. If you do, place the targeted monsters on the bottom of the deck. Then if this card is special summoned or normal summoned, you can add 1 Beetrooper spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Next, we have Beetrooper Light Flapper. I don't think I have seen this one in person yet or have pulled it, but this is a level 6 with 2,000 attack, 2,200 defense. If this card is normal or special summon, you could target 2 of your Beetrooper monsters with different names that are banished and or in your graveyard. Add them to your hand, but for the rest of this turn, you cannot activate their effects, which would be fine because you're just getting bodies on the field, or the effects of this card with their names. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can return this card to your hand, and if you do, negate the attack. So it has built-in protection. Next, we have Battle Wasp Arbalest the Rapid Fire. Basically, this card is just a normal summon with a effect that reads, you can target 1 level 3 lower insect in your graveyard and special summon in defense positions. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can special summon 1 Battle Wasp monster from your hand or deck. So that is pretty good. Next, we have Beetrooper Assault Roller. You can special summon this card from your hand by banishing 1 insect from your graveyard. Now, all these banishing effects go great with the Heavy Beetrooper Mighty Neptune. Next, we have 2 Resonance Insects. This card is completely nuts in this deck. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 level 5 or higher insect-type monster from your deck to your hand. So you could either play with the Beetrooper Sting Lancer, or you can search the Heavy Beetrooper Mighty Neptune. Then also, when this card is banished, which we will be doing off of the Armorhorn, you can send 1 insect-type monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you haven't already, you could send the Gokipole, which, when it is sent to the graveyard, you could add another 1 level 4 insect monster from your deck to your hand. So if you haven't already normal summoned, you can grab a Beetrooper Scout Buggy, where I have 3 of these, of course, and when it's normal or special summoned, it can special summon itself from the deck, which is completely amazing. Next, we have 3 Beetrooper Scale Bombers. This is a free special summon if there's an insect on the field. When a monster your opponent controls activates its effect, quick effect, you contribute 1 insect monster and destroy it. So it has built-in destruction. And of course, we have 2 Gokipoles for the reason of adding a level 4 insect from our deck to hand. We got 2 Battle Wasps Twinbow the Attacker. During your main phase, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except insect monsters, which is what we plan to do anyway. So it is a free special summon. And of course, we have the 3 Beetrooper Scout Buggies, 2 Ash Blossoms for interruptions, 1 Battle Wasp Sting the Poison. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Battle Wasp monster from your deck to your hand. And that's basically our target right here, which is 2 Battle Wasp Pin the Bullseyes. And this card, if you control an insect monster, you can special summon it. So it is perfect. And since it is a level 1, it does go with the Relinquished Anima. So if you're going second and you need to target a card that is targetable for Anima, you can use it to go into your Link Climbs. Next, we have 1 Effect Veiler for interruptions. We have 1 Beetrooper Lane, which is the fusion summon 1 insect fusion monster from the extra deck using materials from your hand or field as material. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish 2 insect monsters from your graveyard, add this card to your hand. So it is searchable and it is recyclable. But though that will go with our Ultra Beetrooper All Absolute Hercules. This one is pretty tough to get out. I have, at all my testing, I haven't had a chance to really commit to this one because it is a pretty high rolling card. It takes 4 insects. I mean, considering you can go into Invincible Atlases and you know, heavy Beetrooper, Mighty Neptune, Sting Lancer, Doom Dozer. It's a little high stakesy, but it's there, so we have the materials for it. It's just whether we want to commit to it or not, and if we're able to in that time. So after that, we have one Harpy's Feather the Duster to deal with back row. We have one Triple Tactics Talents. This is just a great card. One Pot of Avarice. If we ever run out of stuff to banish, but we have stuff in the graveyard, we can recycle and draw 2 cards. We got one Monster Reborn just because it is a great utility card to use. We have one Beetrooper's Descent just to get a token. You can use it to go into your other plays. We have 2 Beetrooper Formations, which is a field spell. And this field spell reads, you can target one Beetrooper monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it cannot attack this turn. Not a big deal. Also, you lose life points equal to its original attacks. So if you're going for more of the smaller stuff, that's fine. Plus, you'll be going into other monsters, I'm sure. If a face-up insect monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Beetrooper token. So that is pretty good. It's just the fact that you can get a Beetrooper monster from your graveyard and special summon it. I mean, it's worth playing. Next, we have 2 Infinite Impermanence, just because. We have one Ice Dragon's Prison. We have one Beetrooper Flying Sting. This card reads, when your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a Beetrooper monster, which you will most likely be doing, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So there's built-in destruction right there. During your end phase, if this card is in your graveyard and you control an insect monster with 3,000 or more attack, which will be our Invincible Atlas, we can set this card. Then you can only use it once per turn and only once that turn. So it is, again, searchable off of Beetrooper Sting Lancer. So it is searchable from there. Next we have 2 Solemns, a Solemn Strike and a Solemn Judgment. This to help round out the overall traps. So next, going into the extra deck, as we said before, we have a Relinquished Anima. We do have a Predaplant if we can. I haven't used it to get into the Ultra Beetrooper yet because, you know, going into a Link 2, you already have 2 materials used, probably 2 insects, you know, if you do Pin the Bullseye and a Beetrooper, but not necessarily. Wasn't sure what else to throw in here. We have 2 Insector Pico Phalina, however you want to pronounce that. This lets you equip a card from your deck to another insect monster after you discard a card. So if you can get a Goki Pole Resonance Insect off of this play, you get a ton of value. Next we have triple Beetrooper Armor Horns. This card is absolutely necessary for this deck. If you go into a link, you can link summon this card, and then you get another free normal summon of one insect monster in your hand. And then if this card's in your graveyard, banish 3 monsters from your graveyard and special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So after you banish to 3, special summon this. And then if this card is in hand off of your search of either Resident Insect, well, specifically off a Resident Insect, you can get your heavy Beetrooper, Mighty Neptune, and just slap that bad boy on the field. Alright, so next we have one Seraphim Papillion. This is a Link 3. You can use this to go into your Link 4, which will be the giant Beetrooper Invincible Atlas. This card is absolutely bonkers. As long as it has 3,000 or less attack, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. So that's pretty good right there. Also, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And then you cannot special summon monsters except insect monsters, which is pretty obvious. Not a big deal. Most of this, all this stuff is basically monsters except for the relinquished. You contribute 1 insect monster, then activate 1 of these effects. Special summon 1 Beetrooper monster from your deck, or this card gains 2,000 attack until the end phase. So it is pretty easy to recycle all of these cards and just have multiples of these on the field. So that is pretty dang good. Next we have number 3, Cicada King. This takes 2 level 3 monsters, which is pretty easy for us to accomplish. If the battle position of this card is changed, you can special summon 1 insect monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position. When a monster on the field activates its quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target that monster, negate its effects, then make 1 insect monster on the field gain 500 defense, or change its battle position. So you can use its effect to affect itself, and then you could change the position, get a special summon 1 insect monster from your hand or graveyard. So that is pretty good. Next we have 1 Desert Locust. Just because we have Ash, we can go into a Desert Locust. 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. If this card is synchro summoned, the turn player discards 1 card. So, I mean, Had to do a quick adjustment real quick. So now we have 2 Battle Wasp Halberd the Charge. It is a Synchro level 6, 1 insect tuner, 1 or more non-insect tuners once per battle. During damage calculation, if this card attacks an opponent's monster with equal or higher attack, quick effect, you can half the attack of that opponent's monster during that damage calculation only. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each Battle Wasp monster you control. So not a terrible battle trick. Especially how easy it is to go into it with any Ash or any level 3s. That's pretty good. Then, of course, rounded out the extra deck with an Ultra Beetrooper Absolute Hercules. And again, it's a 4K attack and defense. Takes 4 insect monsters to fusion summon. The card reads, after this card is fusion summoned, it is unaffected by other card effects until the end of your next turn. At the end of the battle phase, you can target 1 insect monster with 3,000 or less attack in your graveyard. Special summon it. You can only use this effect once per turn. So if you just so happens you need the Invincible Atlas as fusion material, you could bring it right back. Alright guys, so that'll do it for the deck profile. Now let's go ahead and get into the battles and see how fun this deck is to play. Alright guys, so here we are once again in EDOPros to test out our new Beetrooper deck. Let's see how this goes. We will win the rock, paper, scissors, which is pretty dang good, especially with this deck. And boy, do we have plays. Okay, so we will activate Beetrooper formation first and foremost. Next, we can normal summon Goki Pole and then special summon Twin Bow Attacker. And then we can normal summon off of Armor Horn with Resonance Insect. So let's go ahead and do that. Get a free special summon. Then next we will go into our Armor Horn. And since we got Goki Pole in the graveyard, which will give us a free search, we will grab us a... Let's grab, I guess we can grab another Resonance Insect for a follow-up play. Okay, next we can activate Armor Horn. Grab ourselves our Resonant Insect. And then after that, we can go into our Papillion, which is awesome. Then we can activate Resonance Insect to search a level 5 or higher insect. We will grab a Heavy Beetrooper Mighty Neptune. And then next we can activate in the graveyard the Armor Horn to special summon itself by banishing 3 insects. Get that bad boy on the field. Now we can activate Resonance Insect for its banishing effect. We could add a card to the graveyard, and we will go ahead and throw in, how about another Beetrooper? Let's go with let's go with a Scout Buggy. So when it does get special summoned, we can gain that effect when it's special summoned. So next we will special summon the the Mighty Neptune. Return these 3 banished cards to the deck. Special summon it. Now, we do have the Beetrooper formation. I almost forgot about this card. So we'll go ahead and special summon the Scout Buggy. Activate that. Get another one. And then after that, we can special summon pretty much whatever. We got 2 level 3s. You know what? We can actually do this. So let's go ahead and use the Scout Buggies to go into our number 3 Cicada King. And then we can special summon our Invincible Atlas, which is a pretty good first turn. So we'll end phase and Mighty Neptune should trigger. We will go ahead and give our Invincible Atlas another we'll give it another 1,000 boost. And let's see what they can do with this. Okay, he's activating Twin Twister. Not that big of a deal. We do have another one, and it is searchable. So that is okay. Okay, Dragon Maid activates effect. Let's negate that, shall we? And then we will switch the battle position. And then we can get a special summon. Let's go ahead and grab a... Ooh, see, this is a tricky one. Now, this can leave the field. We get a search, get Resonance Insect. It's already in our hand, so if we need to discard anything, let's get this. Oh, we quit. Well, alright. Let's try to finish a match, but you see where this is going. Guys, here we are for our second match with the Beetroopers. The first one technically was a win, but, I mean, we want to see more than that. So let's go ahead and start this off. What do we have here? Not a whole lot, unfortunately. I guess we'll activate that. Activate the field spell, set a Solemn Strike. We will set this, and guess that'll be it for right now. Oh, we are absolutely going to ash that. Okay, revolving switchyard. He's obviously doing infinite track trains and probably making a... Well, Ash helped with that one. Still doesn't count, so let's go into another one. Alright, guys, here is our third match. So, between people quitting, it's just been kind of hard to showcase this deck to you guys. So, for the third time in a row, this will never happen, so I am definitely putting this in the video. Going first again. And we have a great hand. So let's go ahead and first activate Beetrooper formation. And then we will normal summon Scout Buggy. Get the free special summon from the deck. And then, of course, we will go into the Armor Horn. Once again, we can use its effect to normal summon once again an insect. We will get Goki Pole. Now, just because we can, let's go into our Seraphim Papillion. We can trigger the effect of Goki Pole. Yeah, 1 level for an insect. You know what? We want Resonance Insect, I believe. Okay. Then let's go ahead and banish the 3 insects for Armor Horn to get back on the field. And then we can go into our Invincible Atlas. And then just because we can, let's activate Monster Reborn. Get Papillion back. And that should be good for now. We have 2 follow-up cards to use. Nothing in our graveyard right now. But that might be alright. Well, I mean, I guess I could have popped Papillion to special summon something else. Didn't really think about that.
3 hours later.
Why is he taking so long to play? His time is literally running out.
The next day.
What? What's he waiting on? He played the rock, paper, scissors. I seen he had chances to interact. Where is he? Thespian Dreads, man. Made me sit here this whole time. And this is why it takes me so long to make decent videos. There you have it. Another win for the Beetroopers, I guess. Alright, well, that's pretty much all I'm going to get from EDOPro apparently today. So, alright guys, and that'll do it for my Beetrooper deck. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed playing it. Deck is really fun. The only other thing I think I could do is maybe add another Resonance Insect just to ensure that first turn having that extra power and extra monster on the field, and you know, just to get the resources going. It'd be nice to be able to get to the heavy Beetrooper Mighty Neptune a little bit sooner, but it is what it is. This I didn't look nothing up. This is just the ones that I knew went well with each other. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It means a ton to me. If you liked any of these cards, feel free to check out my TCGPLAYER account, which I will leave the link for it below in the description, and you can check it out for yourself. Mention anything about Aftershock videos to me during your purchase, and I will upgrade you to free priority shipping to get you your cards faster. And also, don't forget to check out the merch store, Aftershock Videos merch. Link for that below. Link for the Patreon down below. Link for the Instagram down below. Don't forget to check all that stuff out, guys. It means a ton to me. And I hope you guys have a good day. So, as always, see you in the next one.